Bheki Cele admits to knowing Vusimuzi cat Matlala very well.
There's nothing wonderful about seeing cat at Zimbabwe.
Chaos at Milnerton High. 8 learners in court accused of multiple violent attacks on fellow pupils. And DJ Black Coffee drops 157 million rand on Cape Town's priciest home. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN. In touch, in tune, and independent.
Former Police Minister Bheki Cele admits to knowing Vusimuzi cat Matlala, but denies any business or friendly relationships. Cele has been given testimony on his first day of his appearance before the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee investigating police corruption.
But the story I want to make, the journalist leaves the message to say, I want to see cat at Zimbabwe, which is not a secret. It's not a secret, it's got nothing to secret. And then he writes something to say the house was Maumela. I didn't know. The house, Cat told me that he had 2 houses in Zimbabwe. So this is one of these houses. So I heard it from the journalist that the house was Maumela. But the journalist accuses me. He writes the message and he says, the journalist says to me, I don't want to talk to you. I still have those messages. I don't want to talk to me. Write down. I have told the journalist before that I don't write. The journalist is trapping me. He wants me to write. I told him that I don't write, but he says this time, I don't want to speak to you. I'll not write. I don't write. I phoned the journalist 10 times. I phoned the journalist 10 times. He's got 10 missed calls, which are dramatic with Matlala, but he doesn't write that I phoned him 10 times, not finding him.
The firearms recovered during the murder investigation of Vereeniging engineer Armand Swart have been linked to 30 different cases, including several murders. This is according to the investigating officer in the Swart murder case, who concluded her 2-day testimony before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry this afternoon. Witness B told the Commission how the investigating team in Swart's murder received pushback from the detectives at SAP's ballistics lab in Pretoria, as the murder weapons were linked to high-profile figures and various other cases. This resulted in the team sending the firearms to KZN's ballistic labs for a second opinion. Swart, a father of 2, was shot 23 times outside his company premises in April last year in what's been labelled as a case of mistaken identity.
There was messages from the members of the Big Five that said we are willing to take the boy under our wing, make sure that the police, they don't get hold of him.
8 Milnerton High learners have appeared in the Cape Town Magistrates Court on assault charges. They each face 8 counts linked to separate attacks at the school. The grade 11 pupils handed themselves in at the Milnerton police station this morning. The National Prosecuting Authority says 2 of the accused are minors and appeared separately. While the state isn't opposing bail, the magistrate has raised concerns.
The magistrate was concerned that these 6 learners she's dealing with may have to go back to the same school where the 8 complainants are.
The mother of the 16-year-old boy being beaten in the video says the same group of learners have been bullying students at the school for more than a year. Many of them are believed to be first-team rugby players.
They've been doing that. There's lots of stories coming out now from the boys while it's busy taking the statements. They've been doing this to the boys the whole year.
The mother referred to a school tour to George earlier this year.
They were beaten there. They switch off the lights and beat them and take their money. It's been happening. They've been doing to the boys. Sometimes during lunch break, they will slap the boys.
The Gauteng High Court ruled yesterday that the former President Jacob Zuma must reimburse the state for the legal costs it paid in his long-running arms deal corruption case. Between 2005 and 2019, the state covered Zuma's legal fees, even though the charges against him were in his personal capacity. Former ANC NEC member Tony Yengeni has been introduced as the second deputy president for the Umkhonto weSizwe party.
That comrade of ours who's going to join us at the leadership, the top leadership, is Tony Yengeni.
Yengeni joined the party to run party affairs, while Deputy President John Hlophe focuses on parliamentary work. The DA in Gauteng says it has announced plans to table a motion of no confidence against Premier Panyaza Lesufi over the illegal deployment of the crime prevention wardens. Lesufi announced the phased disbandment of the unit yesterday, just hours before the public protector released a damning report on the program. The Chapter 9 institution found that the wardens were established and deployed without any legal mandate. DA provincial leader Solly Msimanga said Lesufi must be removed from office for endangering the lives of more than 8,000 wardens.
It hasn't really been about doing the right thing, but it's always been about a stunt. It's always been about being at the front of a PR exercise instead of them running government in a manner that puts you and me and the interest of the people of Gauteng first before his ego. And this is why we are saying that, unfortunately, we are going to be putting up a motion of no confidence.
The Tshwane municipality is disputing that it has spent 777 million rand on water tanks in 1 year alone. The figure comes from a recent News 24 article. The Capital's Coalition government held a media briefing in Pretoria today where it said the quoted figure was not accurate. The Tshwane municipality says the figure also includes accruals from the previous year of 179 million rand and disputed invoices of 156 million rand. The Tshwane mayor says when these figures are excluded, the actual expenditure for water tankers in the last financial year was 441 million rand.
Which represents a 36% increase from the previous year, corresponding directly with a 50% increase in water outages during the same period.
Johannesburg's revolving door spins again. A city panel has chosen Floyd Brink once more as its top pick for city manager. He's already been kicked out twice after courts ruled his appointments unlawful. The DA and others say he's not fit for the job and is too close to the ANC. 21 undocumented foreign nationals have been arrested during a multidisciplinary law enforcement operation in Durban in KwaZulu-Natal today. Police and other law enforcement authorities have been raiding various businesses' premises in the city, targeting undocumented foreign nationals. Illicit goods have also been confiscated during the operation.
I'm not Iskebengo, I'm not what way throw in my shoes.
They were able, in fact, to close down 13 shops that were operating without permits, or rather with permits that have expired. And a lot of goods were discovered which have expired, which the barcodes are not matching what the good is about. For an example, when check the barcode of a cigarette, you find that it tells you that it's something else, it's not cigarette.
Across the world, a wired generation is out of patience. What began online is now flooding the streets, and the powerful are watching. In Nepal, a ban on Instagram and WhatsApp sparked outrage. Thousands marched, 19 were killed, and the ban collapsed. In Madagascar, corruption and power cuts ignited protests that sent the president fleeing. From Jakarta to Casablanca, Lima to Nairobi, the same fire spreads. In Morocco, they want jobs and honesty. In Peru, fairness and a future. No leaders, no manifestos, just TikTok, Discord, and a shared digital heartbeat. In South Africa, youth unemployment sits at more than 60%, leaving the youth disillusioned with democracy. The anger is local. The question is, what will they do with it? Black Coffee has bought a 157 million rand house. The Pentagon on Nettleton Road is Cape Town's most expensive home. It was bought by a company owned by the Grammy-winning DJ. He started in the 1990s when DJing made little money. He went solo in 2003 and was booking global gigs by 2010.
He has had a residency in Spain for a very long time, and jobs like that can earn you upwards of $50,000 a night. That is almost R1 million a night. In our minds, doesn't make sense, but this is what it is. But outside of that, in terms of business, he owns his own music, which is a big thing for artists. So he has his own music rights, and he's really, in terms of collaborating with other artists, because that's also a business decision, right? He's basically built a global brand.
Good for him. We'll see you from all again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.